Hey everybody, welcome to our third live Trailive. This is actually live again, which is very exciting and nerve-wracking. We're doing a lot better this time. We actually finished the edit before the show started, which is different than last time. And we actually have Tim Olson here. Just came from Colorado.
Just drove in.
Hi, Tim.
Just drove in about 10 minutes ago.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you live here, and we're gonna take some questions from the audience as we progress throughout today. And we had a new surprise special guest as well later in the show, Chrissy Mail, who's happens to be in Reno. She's got some things she wants to talk to us about. But the primary focus of today's show is Hardrock. We have a new short Hardrock edit. We spent 3 years shooting the race and tried to really find a story and really struggled to figure out what that story was. And we realized that the mountains are the story in a lot of senses. So you'll see some very beautiful scenery, and hopefully you enjoy that. That'll be in about 20 minutes. So I guess we'll just start off with Tim. We'll start off with some questions that we prepared, and then as it progresses, let us know if you have any questions for Tim, and we'll go ahead and ask him.
Well, welcome, Timothy.
Yeah, good to be back in Reno. So good to see you guys. It's been a while. So.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
This year's flown by already.
Yes, it's flown really quick. We're gonna have a baby in like a couple of months. So I can't believe how quick this has happened and just how this year's flown by. But feels good, and now we're into fall. It's a beautiful time of year. So
how do you do in this time of the year? Like, it's kind of the end of the season, but there's still a lot of races left if you want to race. Where's your body at right now?
Right now, my body's shot. It's kind of this time of the year. It's for me, it's one of my favorite times to run in fall. I love running and with the colors, cool temperatures, and the problem is I normally just beat the heck out of myself prior to with different hundreds, different races, and just through a whole year of doing that, you get kind of worn out. So this actually turns into normally kind of a little relaxing time for me. Sometimes I decide to gear back up and get ready for the North Face race in San Francisco in December, but this year we got the baby coming, so that's going to be more my focus. And and for me, it's been a really hard couple of years of racing. Just still trying to figure things out. Once you have it dialed in, you never completely have it dialed in. Your body keeps changing, your mind keeps changing. Everything is just evolving. So I'm still just working on things and trying to get my body, to cooperate how I want it to, and just also accepting that it's not how it's going to always be. And you're going to have rough races, rough years, and to just not let that affect you mentally, and just learn from it and stay positive. So that's what I'm really trying to do now, and taking some time to let the body reset. And I'm going to go out and still do some running. I'm not I don't feel like I've overdone anything. I think I've just overdone it in the years past, and now my body is just really asking to just take a little better care of it and get ready for next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. I was just going to ask, I think, you had such a huge 2013, you rolled into 2014, and your goal was Hardrock. It was really the focus of transitioning from, Western States certainly is a mountain race, but it's nothing like Hardrock. So talk about just that transition in 2014 and how you started training differently for a race like Hardrock, and what that looked like for you.
Sure. Yeah, I got into ultras just because they're just this outlandish idea of, just spending all this time on your feet, and but getting to see a really beautiful area. And I've living in Oregon and getting to see a lot of races and trails on the West Coast there, my eyes were just kind of called towards Colorado and its beauty, and I've just been amazed by it over the years of traveling, vacationing there, and then just being challenged with the races on the West Coast of Western States and Lake Sonoma. Just there's so many different awesome races out there, and I've done them. I've loved it, and great experiences. I've met a lot of really cool people, but I wanted to push myself to different things that I didn't know if I could do that, and so I switched to trying to do some more mountainous stuff and learning to hike a little bit more, and being out there much longer than 14, 15 hours that you might be in other places, to 20 to 30, more hours. So I just wanted a different challenge, and so I went for the mountains, and I'm awful at it. I can move well in the mountains, but it's a huge challenge, and I still haven't dialed it in, and I love that part. I'm just trying to figure out how to run in the mountains, and and it's been a challenge, but I'm embracing the challenge and gonna go back and keep working on it. We live in Boulder, Colorado now, so really nice home base, and next year I hope to be back, as you're seeing some of the footage from Hardrock a couple years ago. Yeah, I love that place, and I'm hoping next year to maybe get in and run it again. And again, for kind of plans next year, I'm planning on doing just more mountainous stuff in that area, possibly in Nolan's, at least scouting, possibly an attempt on that, and later in the year, possibly even getting to Nepal and doing some a big trek out there with some friends. So a lot more mountain stuff my way, and I'm hoping I can figure it out sometime to just dial in that nutrition and just dealing with all the things that altitude and mountains bring your way that's different than less altitude and other races.
Do you notice you probably incorporate different elements into training that were you doing less speed workout? Were you doing more vertical? I mean, talk a little bit about how you might have switched up your training.